Now, I want you to stop for a minute, and I want you to look at this picture of a bridge. And I'll stop talking and just look at the landscape, and I want you to just think through what you're seeing here. At first glance, when we bring this picture up during training sessions, at first glance, it looks like, man, they built the bridge in the wrong place, or why is this bridge there? Or some people say it's a bridge to nowhere, or it's a bridge that's not serving its purpose. It's maybe one of my favorite ones. There's an interesting backstory to this. Some of you may know it. It's becoming more and more popular, but this bridge it actually is in Honduras. And the Honduran government hired a Japanese engineering firm to design and build a bridge that could withstand a hurricane. And so that's what they did. They built a bridge that would withstand a hurricane. Oddly enough, shortly after completion of this bridge, a hurricane did hit Honduras. And sadly, there was a lot of damage. Now, interestingly enough, the bridge withstood the hurricane, except for maybe some on ramps and some roads and things like that. But the main structure of the bridge survived. However, what they didn't account for was the river moved. And that oftentimes happens in landscape, in environment, that a storm comes through and the route of the river gets reshifted. And so that's what happened in this particular case. They have since finished the bridge. It now does go over the river. But it is an interesting story. And so you might ask, well, why is that so important to us? Well, it answers one of the reasons why we felt the need to create a leadership development system. You see, what we see out there is mostly content. It's very rare that you will find a company that has a leadership system. So in other words, Nikki mentioned the massive size of our competition, the billions of dollars. I just read an article the other day, $60 billion in this country spent on leadership training and development. It's a massive space. And we'll talk a little bit later about the effectiveness of that space and whether it is effective right now. But one of the reasons we did this is because we want to challenge the mindsets of the leaders. We actually believe our greatest competition won't be other companies in this space. We actually think our greatest competition is going to be in the mind of the leader. We have to start to see things differently. The landscape and the environment around us has changed drastically over the last 5 to 7 years. And if we don't reshape who we are as a leader, we will end up looking like this bridge. We'll be standing there strong because we've built our leadership methodology the way that's worked for us the last 10, 15, 20, 30 years. But we really won't be able to serve our purpose as a leader, much like this bridge. And so that's the challenge that we put out to you today is this isn't really about learning something new. It's about becoming a new type of leader. And I want you to think about that statement for a second. This is not about learning content. This is about becoming a different type of leader in the environment that we live in today.